Good morning, all. How are we all doing today? Happy Wednesday it is already, right? I can't believe. I don't know where the week's going. I guess the vacation on Labor Day weekend kind of threw me off a little bit, so I apologize that I haven't been with you. I'm busy listening to Want to Be a Billionaire, so I think it goes down well with our lifestyle and business opportunity that I'm going to talk about today. I hope you all settling in nicely to routines, kids going back to school and such like. So we'll give a few minutes for people to jump on. I think it's an interesting topic. I think a lot of people are or don't understand what network marketing is or how they can actually benefit from it. So we're going to give them a few minutes to pop in. And I'm going to have my drink as usual. Shining lights. Hey Paula, how are you, love? Where are you these days? I don't even know where you're living these days. It's my friend from South Africa, for those who don't know. I better not sing. My kids will tell me not to give up my day job. All right, I'm going to turn it down a bit and let's get started. I think it's a slow Wednesday today and I don't want to waste any time. I've got a lot to cover. But I'll let it play out. I think it's an interesting song to live our future by. All right, because we could all live like we want to be billionaires, right? All right, so let's get into our topic today. Our topic today is what is multi-level marketing? What is network marketing? I know that whenever anybody is, oh, Facebook is still trying to spread the word. That's so nice. All right, so I know that people run a mile when we talk about network marketing or direct selling companies and things like that. So before you click off and run away from me, I know how you feel. All right, I was one of those people too. We keep getting bombarded with, I know these days especially, a lot of different companies and everybody's trying to get you to join and everybody's trying to offer you an opportunity. And if you don't understand what that opportunity is, then the first thing we do is we run away. We say, no, that's not for me. I can't do that. I can't sell. I can't, it's not for me. All right. So I'll explain what I did and hopefully dissipate a couple of the myths that are going around about network marketing and what it entails. So I'll tell you that I joined a multi-level marketing company. They're the same, one and the same, right? Network marketing, multi-level marketing company, direct selling, all the same. Hi, good morning, Marilyn. So I joined a multi-level marketing company about 15 years ago when I was still in England. I basically joined because I saw an ad in the paper, work from home, such like. And at that time, my childcare was costing me more money. Let me switch this off because it's playing some other song now. My childcare was costing me more than I was earning. So I figured that I could stay at home, be with my children. They were still young. Good morning, love. They were still young. And if I could earn an income from home and work around their schedules, that would be ideal, right? So I attended the meetings. And of course, some of these companies out there, I know, basically tell you, you can have a car, you can have a vacation, and they make it seem very, very easy, all right? And that it could happen just like that. So unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I bought into it, lock, stock, and barrel. They make all these lifestyle claims, and I understand that that can be a bit daunting at times because sometimes people think it's unrealistic and it's not for me, or they don't believe it. It's not possible. And some people do jump in headlong and think it's going to be something that's going to happen overnight. So, of course, I went to those meetings, bought into the lifestyle claims, and jumped in with both feet. I quit my job, too, at the same time. Obviously, as I said, I was earning, my childcare was costing me more than I was earning at the time, and I was in management, which was pretty sad if you think about it. So I was somewhat successful at that company. I was earning $700 equivalent to, because I was in Britain at the time, about $700 in about the first 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, all right? $700 a month, which would have been great as a part-time income. right? Who couldn't do with $700 extra a month right now? And I would say I didn't find it that difficult. It's not a difficult concept. It's just that it requires time. That's all. So I made it up to about $1,000 a month by month 4. Again, as a part-time income, that would have been fantastic. And I was working part-time because I was working around my children. And I felt, I guess, at the time that by that point, I probably should have been earning a lot more. You know, I should have been having all this lifestyle. I should have been able to go on all these vacations, have these wonderful cars. And don't get me wrong, I did buy a nice car. And I was going on vacations because I felt that's what I should be doing. Does that make sense? So please do not be taken in by some companies that promote all these wonderful pie in the sky things that happen immediately. I will say happen immediately because they can happen over time. All right? So I felt in myself that I was failing. Also, I hadn't really acquired the necessary skills on how to become a great leader. So I made the worst mistake ever in network marketing, and I quit. And I went back in traditional employee position. All right? Thought I could make it there instead. I thought I could make my fortune there instead. So now I've traveled to another country and I came here to America, and since then I've learned some more skills, maybe grown up, I don't know what you want to call it. And I gained a better understanding. I managed to join another multi-level marketing company because I always kind of believed in the concept of it, and having acquired a lot of skills along the way by learning and constantly trying to hone in on me as a person and a lot of personal development, I realized and I gained a better understanding of what multi-level marketing is all about. So let me explain a little bit about the differences between traditional companies and how multi-level marketing companies work. So people say to me all the time, like, why would you buy from a direct selling company, or why would you buy from any multi-level marketing company as opposed to going into a store and buying it from the store? Well, I will tell you this much. So and people sometimes think, well, you know, that's why they're paying you a commission, and that's why the products are either A, expensive, or B, you know, they cost more because they have to pay their people. This is not the case. So if you go and look at a traditional business, they have to spend a fortune in marketing and ad campaigns and hiring people to do that for them. All right, hiring marketing people. And they have a team of people that basically that's their job and that's their role, and then pay a fortune in marketing and advertising. Now, the problem with marketing and advertising is that it's very hit and miss. Whether somebody actually sees your commercial, whether somebody hears your commercial over the radio, you know, and really it's a commercial. And how many commercials do we see on a daily basis? So multi-level marketing companies, very smart business strategy, for most companies that are trying to get their product out there, is that they're using the best method there is available, and that is word of mouth. All right, word of mouth and personal testimony to whether something works or not. If you go and buy something in a store, whether it be a nutritional product or whatever, I don't know, can you ask if it's good for you? Can you ask if it'll work for me and my body type and what I'm going through? So this is the other thing. When you're working with a multi-level marketing company, especially one that has a product that helps with health and wellness, then you're working with somebody who's trained and coached in how to help you for you. All right? These people are giving you the benefit of their knowledge and their testimony and testimony of thousands of people in their company. So to me, that makes just so much more sense. Would I buy from a store whereby I can't really ask, you're going to ask a sales representative in a store, would that work for me if I have this, this, and this, and this problem? I don't know. Most times they're not going to know, right? They're casual workers that work there on a daily basis that really don't know much about the products on their shelves, and they normally have a very wide range of products anyway. Different brands, basically, of the same product, is for want of a better word. So the other thing I liked, so that's how the company works. So basically, instead of paying for a marketing ad campaign that is not going to be, it's very hit and miss, and they don't know if it's going to be successful or not, they pay us, people who represent them, for referring. basically for referring to the company and recommending something that they firmly believe in. And they're already paying you basically once you've made a sale of a product. So that to me just makes smart business sense, right? All round. Because they're not having to pay out in the hopes of hitting somebody, in the hopes of somebody watching that commercial or listening to that advertisement on the radio or TV. All right, because I know for once I don't like listening to commercials. I forward wind. You know, we have the ability to be able to record things. So I forward wind through commercials, or I take a trip to the kitchen, or whatever. It's coffee break. That's what I use it for. So in that respect, multi-level marketing companies are really, really smart. Okay? In being able to get their product out there. Then, as a representative versus being an employee. Hi, Margaret. How are you? So being a representative as opposed to an employee. All right. Where are the upsides for us? So I know as an employee, I can almost guarantee, well, no, I can tell you with certainty, I worked long hours. I worked really, really hard. If anybody had asked you at that time, I was a very diligent worker. Was I paid for the efforts I put in? No, I wasn't. Basically, I was working to line somebody else's pocket. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, who makes all the money? The top CEOs, the presidents, the vice presidents, all the managers and such like. All right? Hi, honey. You, as the average employee, make a living. Just about, if you're lucky. All right? To pay those bills. So I found that working really, really hard, I was not being paid on my efforts. Now, I like the fact that with my own business, and it is technically my own business, all right, without all the headaches. And we'll go on to the business owner versus a representative for a multi-level marketing company in a minute. But I now get paid on my effort. If I don't work, I don't get paid. And I'm okay with that, all right? But if I put in the work and I put in the hours and I am diligent in learning the skills, because let's be honest, that's the other thing people are under the misconception, that they can go into a multi-level marketing company and it's just going to happen. All right? I'm just going to become a wealthy billionaire overnight and I don't have to learn anything. Well, that ain't true. All right? Any job that you go into as an employee, you have to learn what is required for that position. If you want to advance in the company, you have to learn different skills to advance in the company. Likewise, when you are a representative in your own business, in a multi-level marketing company, you have to learn and acquire certain skills in order to go up in rank. It just makes sense. But now, not are you investing those skills and those talents to make somebody else wealthy, you're now learning skills and talents to make yourself wealthy. I think that's a win-win situation. I am quite prepared to invest in my education in order to secure a financial future for me and my family in a heartbeat. All right, that's a no-brainer. So, and most companies, so I don't know about traditional jobs, and some of them are vested in your education, and they will pay for you to go on courses and things like that to better yourself. But do they pay you enough? Do they reward you for what you're doing? Whereas I think multi-level marketing companies, they have a vested interest in their representatives. They have a vested interest in making sure you have all the tools and the training available to you. All right? 9 times out of 10, you don't have to pay for that training either, which is a plus. In order that you can actually be better informed on how to promote the product effectively. All right? And also how to get the best benefit of the product for yourself. Because let's be honest, if you join a multi-level marketing company, I sure hope that you choose something that's going to benefit you and your family and your lifestyle and be taking the products and using the products on a daily basis. Because that is key. If you're not using them, then how can you effectively recommend them to anybody? All right. So, get paying for your efforts. I like that. I like the fact that I can choose my own hours. All right? I choose when I work. If I want to take a week off, thanks, Margaret. If I want to take a week off, I take a week off. If I wanted to work 2 hours a night, I work 2 hours a night. If I wanted to work 4 hours a night, I can. You get paid on what the effort is that you put in. All right? I can work anywhere. That I also enjoy. I love the fact that as long as I have my laptop or my phone these days, you don't even need a laptop. Have your phone, have your iPad, whatever it may be. I can work literally anywhere. Besides which, multi-level marketing most of the time, depending on the company that you're in, is about word of mouth and using the products. So what do? I use the products all the time. Why? Because I believe in them. All right? I have a faith in them. So I'm really a walking advertisement. Hi, Gina. How are you, honey? So I am a walking advertisement for my company and for my business. I utilize the company I am in happens to be Essential Oils. I use the oils wherever I go. All right? And I am a firm believer in we have something to offer that is exceptional. And why would I not share it with everybody I meet? So when I am on vacation, I believe that I have solutions for problems. So if somebody says to me, I have this problem, guess what? I have the solution for that. All right? So to me, I can go anywhere and I can actually do this business. If I want to take an extended 6 months vacation, anywhere in the world, I can still do this business. All right? Whereas, I don't know, does your boss pay you for a 6-month paid vacation? I don't think so. All right? At best, if you're lucky, I think in this country it's like 2 weeks. I'm not too sure. I've never worked for a traditional employee in this country, so I don't know. But I know in England it was 25 days paid leave or something like that you could take. And when it suited your boss, not when it suited you or when it suited your family to go. All right? It was all down to them and when they're busy and when their down period is. Whereas for me, I can go anywhere I want, whenever I want. I like the fact that multi-level marketing gives me financial freedom. All right, that's just freaky. I'm sorry. A friend of mine just joined, and I don't know about you. I am going to go on a little bit of a rant right now. He passed away a year ago. So how did he just join me? Maybe he's sending me a message from above, right? Hey, Gina, maybe that's a message that I'm saying the truth. I hope so. Ooh. All right, it just sent me chills. All right, but love you and miss you dearly, Arthur. Artie, miss you. Glad you joined my Facebook Live event. Sorry, that just freaked me a little. All right, so now the difference is between a business owner and an entrepreneur. As a business owner, if you opened up a traditional business, first of all, you got to have somewhere to do that business. So you got to have a retail store. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of thing costs a lot of money in rent and such like, to have lights on, to have, internet set up, to have your overheads are just immense, and to keep those doors open. That's before you even get your first customer. Then you got to do advertising, as we explained before. You have to have staff, unless you can do it yourself, but you have to have staff. You got to now, if you're selling a product, you've now got to do product development, product manufacturing, stocking of that product. It's just a lot of headaches, if you ask me. All right? Personally. And I've been in manufacturing. It's a headache. Shipping, customer service, all these things. Now, in multi-level marketing and direct selling, guess what? All that is taken away from you as a representative. You have a company that does all that for you. All right? They develop the product. They bottle it. They manufacture it. They stock it. They ship it for you to your customers, to your other people that you sponsor and recommend into the company. I don't know, it seems like a nice lot of headache off my shoulders. All right? I am free to just go out there and share what I love and get compensated for it. I think that's a brilliant idea. Now, like I said to you before, traditional business owners, obviously, massive startup costs. Massive. Traditional multi-level marketing companies have, in comparison, a low startup cost. I know in our company alone, it's about $160. That's about the minimum I would settle for. In my opinion, I think if you're going to make that lifestyle change and you're going to go in and make go of it like I did, I think it should cost you a minimum of $456. And that is giving you a whole range of products in our business that will get you on the right track to be able to promote it effectively. And we can discuss that at another time. You dictate how many hours. Now, if you have a traditional business, you have to have set opening and closing hours, right? You can't close early just because, I don't feel like being here today. The kids are sick. You have to have set hours. You have to have those doors open. Whereas if anyone in my family falls ill, I do not have to work that day. if I choose not to. All right? So you set your out how many hours. It really depends on how much you want to earn. So when you're looking at a multi-level marketing company, these are the few factors that I'm going to say to you that I believe are important to look at and to know which company to go with. I'm not saying you have to go with my company. I'm just explaining what I feel is important. First of all, look at the longevity of the company. How long has the company been in business and operating successfully, and are they growing? All right, that's important. Are they growing, or are they just staying flat? All right, because growing is important. It means that what they have is a viable product that can be spread everywhere around the world. Are they opening new doors all over the world? All right. Secondly, the integrity of the product that they are promoting. All right. Is it a consumable product, first of all? Because if it's something that's a fad, like a computer fad or a modern technology of some sort device, then how are you going to be able to? It's not a consumable product. You need something that's consumed on a monthly basis that people will reorder, obviously. All right, healthy lifestyle to me is the way forward. Paul Zane Pilsner wrote, and I think it was back in the 90s, I must say. I can't remember the exact thing, but Paul Zane Pilsner said that the health and wellness industry is the new industry of the future. And I believe so, firmly. All right? Health and wellness. People spend a fortune on their health and feeling better and wanting to look better. A fortune. All right, does your company have a good compensation plan? How are they paying you? Because that is important. Good morning, Tootsie. Good morning, Julie. How are you guys? So a good compensation plan is important. And if you don't understand what a compensation plan is, I will briefly go through it in 2 seconds. Do they offer training and support? Because that is important. You know, you're not on your own. This is what you've got to understand. No matter what business you're in, you never should feel like you're on your own, even though it is your own business. Nobody's going to do the work for you. All right? They're not going to be your boss that's going to say, get up in the morning and do this. This is the hours you got to work. No, nobody is entitled to tell you to do that. All right? You are your own boss. You are the only person who can determine how much you earn in this business. But they are there to support and train you and help you to achieve whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve in the business. Not to do it for you. Please understand that. Can you promote the company with honesty and integrity? All right? So can you use the products and recommend it to others? So are you going to be a customer of the products even if you weren't going to do the business? That's what you need to ask yourself. All right? Don't go with any company that requires you to stock. All right? There is no need to stock anything. You should only have to purchase what you are going to use. Are you willing to learn some skills and be teachable? Because this is important. I think that all of us could do with learning personal development skills anyway, whether you be in a traditional job or a multi-level marketing company. All right? Are you adding value to the marketplace? This is a question you should ask yourself. Because if you're not getting to where you want to be, maybe that is the question that needs answering. Are you adding value? So whether it be in your traditional job or whether it be in a multi-level marketing company, these things are important. All right? The next thing, and one of the things that really attracted me to our company, is that I can pass it along to my children. So not only am I working towards financial freedom, but I can also pass on what I have built and what I have created onto my children. And to me, that I can leave a legacy, and that I love. All right? So how does it work? Very quickly, I'm going to explain to you how it works, because if you want to know any details about it, if you live locally, I will be having a workshop on Monday, 7 p.m. on how to do this business. If you'd like to attend, message me. I'll give you my address if you're local. If you're not local, I might be doing it on a Facebook Live. I'll see how that goes. So what I'm going to ask you is, first of all, how does it work? In any company, you need a starter kit, as I explained before. It's your overhead. It's how you start up. And basically, it's how you get a feel of the products and how they work for you. How can you recommend something if you've never tried it? You can't, I don't know, do you recommend a restaurant that you've never eaten at? No. And I can guarantee you, when you go out to a restaurant, especially if it's you and your family, for example, it's going to set you back at least $120, $150 easily. Okay, maybe more, depending on which restaurant you go to. So this is the same thing. You would recommend that restaurant once you've been to it, to a friend, to a colleague, family member, whatever. This is the same concept. You get your starter kit, you start using the products, and then you can effectively share it. And if it's a healthy lifestyle product like ours is, why wouldn't you share it? Why wouldn't you want your family to feel better and healthier? If I have a solution to help people feel better and support their body in a better way for longevity, I would be pretty selfish if I didn't share it with people. All right? That's my feeling on it. So you get your starter kit. Now, when we talk in multi-level marketing, we talk about volume, right? Volume is how we equate the products that we sell. So, for example, every company operates around the world. So how are you going to operate around the world and have people set to standards to rise in rank or get paid if you don't have a monetary system that is universal? So in multi-level marketing, we have a monetary system that's universal, and it's called volume points. So for example, I'm diffusing Clarity today again. It's my favorite oil. All right, Clarity. So each oil that we sell has a volume point. Makes sense. In the U.S., and most companies work, because most companies that started in the U.S., volume point goes dollar to volume point 1:1, just to make sense. So our starter kits, for example, albeit that it costs you $160 because it is a starter kit, and it is to get you started in the opportunity or started in your natural health lifestyle, that is 100 personal volume. I'm not going to confuse you with personal volume and organizational volume and all this nonsense. I'm just explaining what a volume point is. So when I talk volume points, you get to understand how you get paid. All right, so that's where we can operate all around the world. So you get your starter kit. You start using the products. For God's sake, people, please open your kits and start using them. Why would you buy something and not use it? I just don't understand the concept. I kind of want to think that if you bought something, you bought it for a reason, right? Do you buy something and leave it in the packaging and put it away in your closet? I don't understand that concept. I don't know. My money is worth far more to me than that. All right, so if I'm going to buy something, kind of done a little bit of research about it. I kind of know how it's going to benefit my family. Next thing I got to do is try it. I think I've gone through starter kits now, 3 of them at least, right? Because I keep buying them because I love them. And I buy my bigger oils, obviously, because I love the products, so I use them. Now, ask yourself, so how do I get paid? How is this going to set me up as a business? And people go, well, I don't want to sell anything. I hate to tell you, anytime you do anything in life, you're selling. All right? When you put just a Facebook page on, when you put comments on Facebook, you're really selling. You're selling yourself at the end of the day. And most people buy you, not your product. All right? If they trust you, they will join you. If they trust you, they'll buy your product. If you recommend a good movie and they don't particularly like you, are they going to value what you say? Are they going to value your opinion? No, they're not. If they don't like you and you recommend a restaurant, will they go to that restaurant? Probably not. They'll go to the one on the other side of the street because they don't like you. So, people buy you. So make sure that you are talking with integrity. Make sure that you are a person that is honest and trustworthy that people can rely on to tell them the truth, because I will tell you the truth. Sorry, my throat. I love my drink in the morning. So, let's do a little thing. What I want you to do right now, think of 4 people. My finger looks really funny. Think of 4 people that you know. All right, so say, for example, you're in a healthy lifestyle company, like I am. All right, we're in health and nutrition. Think of 4 people that you would like to help, that you would like to share with. All right? Maybe you have a Jane in your life. I don't know, it's a common name. Maybe you have a John in your life. I have a few of them, actually. So you're not trying to sell them anything. You are going to recommend the products to them. It's their choice. This is all free will, right? You're not selling. You're not forcing. You're not imposing on them. You're recommending, as you would a restaurant, as you would a movie, as you would a book, as you would a song that you've just listened to. So think of 4 friends. I'm going to show you a very, very quick. I don't know if it's going to make sense, but we will see. All right. Here's you. Is that backwards for you guys? I don't know. Tell me. 4 people. a Jane, a John, an Anne, and a Lucy. It's called that for shits and giggles, all right? Now, in our company, you get compensated for 4 people buying a starter kit. Guess what that does for you, by the way, first of all? Makes your starter kit free if you do it in the same month. Isn't that cool? So your overhead has just been eradicated by you recommending to 4 people. I kind of like that concept, I must be honest. I like things for free. So they compensate you enough that your starter kit is basically free. And those 4 people, now you're going to teach them to do the same, because I'm sure they know 4 people. Most of us have like over 200 friends on Facebook. I don't know. I like to help a lot of people. So I have 800 people on my Facebook page. Those 4 people, and sometimes I will say to you, you have to at least talk to 40 people before 4 people are interested. And if people say no to you right now, don't take it personally. Maybe they don't quite trust you yet. Maybe it's not the right time for them, because that could also be the case. Sometimes it's not the right time. All right? This company that I am currently in, I think it took me at least 4 times of hearing about it before I actually joined. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't the right time for me. Maybe I was a bit put off from the last time I did multi-level marketing, because let's be honest, multi-level marketing has got a bad rap. And that's because there are some bad people in those companies. I'm not going to tell you that doesn't happen, because it does. But then again, it's not only in multi-level marketing companies. Come on now. I don't know about you, but I've worked in a lot of traditional jobs where my boss is kind of an asshole. I'm not going to lie. Have I been misled? Have I been made to work hard and not be compensated for it? Yeah. Have I been told that I will get this, this, and this and not got it? Oh yeah, most definitely. Have I worked a long time to come out with nothing because they suddenly decided to cut back? Then what happens to your financial future? Then what happens to financial freedom? Then what happens to your retirement plan? Goes out the window. Whereas this company, if you can show 4 people, and those 4 people can show 4 people, this is how it works. It spreads. It's called exponential growth. All right? There's a fantastic book by Darren Hardy called The Compound Effect. All right? Oh, I'll get it for you. Compound Effect. Darren Hardy. All right? It shows you, I think the dog got hold of the book. It shows you how this company works. It shows you just by spreading the word. Everybody thinks that, oh, I got to recruit a sales force of 100 people. No, you don't. No, you don't. All right? It starts with 4. 4 becomes 16. If you teach those 4. 4 becomes 16. 16 becomes 64. 64 becomes 256. 256 becomes 1,024. And all you did is recruit 4. That's it. So, what does that do for you? That's what it looks like in a nutshell. Kind of confusing, I know, but it's not that difficult. Oh, I gotta do it that way, sorry. Does that make sense? Ah, there we go. Alright, so, what does that do for you? So if I said to you that basically people would be spending about $100, 100 PV every month, because that about is the minimum that I think a family should spend on their health and wellness, at a minimum, in our company. That gives you 102,400 PV. Now, how do companies pay? You get paid a percentage. In our company, you get paid for 5 levels. That's quite awesome, I think, right? 5 levels. That's only from 4. 4 to get 4 to get 4 to get 4. Now, not everybody's going to recruit 4 because, I don't know, just some people don't. They become customers, and that's okay. All right? Customers are great. I love customers. They're great value, right? We love customers. I love customers using our products and referring people. Just that could earn you an additional 5,000. Now, it may take time to get down to level 5. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not. We say give it 4 years. All right? Fantastic book. 4-year career. Most of you spend more than 4 years in college. I don't know. If I spend 4 years in college, I come out, I got to start at the bottom at $35,000 a year. Yeesh. Whereas in multi-level marketing, if you put in 4 years, stick it out for 4 years, learn the skills, talk to people, enjoy the products, enjoy the journey of personal development, you can be in the 6-figure income. You can. This is not impossible. All right? You could build an organization of people achieving their life's goals and dreams. and you're there helping them along the way. Isn't that a fantastic? I think that if I could, my legacy could be left that I helped 102,000 people achieve their life dreams and goals, because that's effectively what you're doing. It's a no-brainer. All right? It's a legacy in itself. So that's my brief plan of multi-level marketing. I hope I've dissipated some of the myths around it. It is not some like little pyramid scheme. It is not a scam. It's just an effective way of marketing. All right? More effective than any commercial or any traditional business. Because I'm telling you now, when I look on the TV and I see, take this medication for this, but I could die, or I could have a heart attack, or I could actually suffer from the illness and I'm trying to take the medication to prevent. If I have a healthier way to promote something that's not going to kill people, this is not difficult. This is really not difficult. Multi-level marketing is by no means, it's not easy. It's simple. That's what it is. It's simple. But it's not easy. It takes time. It takes time to build. You're not going to be a millionaire overnight. Sorry to say. Just not going to happen. But most people work 40 years and still end up broke and have to rely on Social Security. That doesn't sound like a good retirement plan. Doesn't sound like a good long-term plan for me. All right, there comes the sun. Isn't it gorgeous? So my advice to you, and I'm going to leave you with a Jim Rohn quote. If you don't design your life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Not much at all. Ask your boss today what his life plan is for you. Ask him if he's going to help you achieve your life's dreams and goals. Ask him if he plans to be around in 20 years. Is the company going to be around in 20 years? Because even that's not a guarantee. All right? So this is my advice to you. I hope I've dissipated some myths, and the sun is really killing me right now, so I'm going to spin my camera around while I say goodbye to you. Please love yourself. Be awesome. Be grateful. Every day we have the opportunity to help and share with people on how to live their life and their dreams and their goals, and that's my wish for you. So be grateful, be humble, love you all. Enjoy your day. Take care.